So there she is, a woman who is genuinely special. The spark is undeniable, the rapport is electric, it's a feeling you haven't had in years. Yet there's a persistent nagging thought you can't seem to push away. You are fully aware that you're not the only man in her life. You can sense it in the way her phone pulls her attention, in her non-committal answers about her schedule, in that subtle but clear impression that her focus is a limited resource and you're only receiving a small portion of it. You're standing at a critical juncture, and the direction you take from this moment forward will define the outcome. Now, the vast majority of men in this position make a critical error. They start trying to outperform the competition. They believe the solution is to prove they are the superior choice. They increase the frequency of their texts. They plan extravagant dates, and they become so agreeable that their own personality vanishes, all in a desperate attempt to persuade her that they are the right one. But what if the only real path to victory, the only way to become her clear and definite choice, was to refuse to compete at all? The other men are playing a simple game, focused only on the next move. You're going to learn how to see the entire board and play for the win. In this video, I'll lay out the frameworks that will position you as the man she selects, not because you pursued her relentlessly, but because you are a man genuinely worth selecting. Let's begin. Section 1. The unshakable frame. Your mission is your center of gravity. The first and most essential principle is this: a man without a mission is like a boat without a keel, easily capsized by the currents of circumstance, and her approval can feel like the most powerful current of all. The classic blunder is to make her your life's new project. The average man encounters a high-quality woman and promptly hands her the keys to his kingdom. His own ambitions and schedule are wiped clean, creating an empty space for her to occupy. He operates under the delusion that by demonstrating her supreme importance, she will reciprocate. This is like designing a building where a single fragile column is expected to support the entire structure. It places an unsustainable amount of pressure on that column, and the entire thing is destined to collapse at the first sign of trouble. The reality is this: a woman is not merely attracted to a man's dedication to her, she is drawn to his dedication to his own journey. A man's purpose creates his gravitational field. It is the solid, immovable core of his universe. When a woman encounters a man who is truly committed to his mission, she perceives a profound, instinctual stability. His sense of well-being is not contingent on her validation. He represents a complete world that she can choose to join. His life has its own tempo, and that tempo doesn't falter whether she replies in 10 seconds or 10 hours. While the other men are vying for her attention, you are the steady, unwavering beacon. Your light doesn't pursue vessels. It shines consistently, and ships are guided by its reliability. This requires a mental shift from "how do I win her over" to "what is my destination, and does she have what it takes to join me?" This is not about being arrogant. It's about being sovereign. It's the fundamental belief that your life and your path are the ultimate reward. A relationship isn't the end goal. It's about finding an excellent partner for the journey you're already on. So, how do you put this into practice? First, identify your mission. It doesn't need to be monumental. It could be achieving mastery in a craft, launching a side project, or reaching a new level of physical fitness. It is any pursuit that demands your discipline and focus. If you lack one, finding it becomes your primary objective. Second, structure your life to serve this mission. Your schedule should be a testament to your priorities. When she inquires about your week, your answer shouldn't be "nothing planned, you." It needs to be the honest report of a man with things to do. "I've got a major deadline at work on Wednesday, and I'm hitting the gym Monday and Friday. I'm available Thursday evening if you'd like to get together." You are not seeking her approval. You are presenting an opportunity to enter your world. Third, you must defend your frame. She is going to test it. For example, she cancels a date with little notice. The needy man reacts with emotion. The man with an unshakable frame responds with calm composure. "No worries. I'll just get a workout in instead. Let's find another time." His evening is not ruined because the date was merely one component of an already satisfying life. Ask yourself this: if she were to vanish tomorrow, would your core purpose and daily routine remain unchanged? If the answer isn't an emphatic yes, then your focus shouldn't be on her. It should be on constructing your own empire. Section 2. Confident authenticity. The magnetism of a genuine perspective. Once your purpose serves as your foundation, the next element is how you engage with the world. Many men believe the way to a woman's affection is through constant agreement. They become social shapeshifters, adapting their views to align with whatever they perceive hers to be. This is the second critical mistake. The error lies in becoming her echo. He acts out of fear, the fear that his authentic, unvarnished self will be met with rejection. He has mistaken being nice for being compelling. A nice guy sidesteps all potential conflict to gain approval. A good man states his truth with courtesy. Here is the principle. Polarity is the engine of attraction. Imagine a battery. For a current to flow, you need both a positive and a negative pole. If you have two identical poles, complete consensus on all matters, you generate nothing. There's no spark, no energetic charge. Attraction is born from the dynamic tension between two separate, self-assured individuals. Women are not seeking a clone of themselves. They are attracted to a man who possesses his own thoughts. When you confidently stand by your own opinions, you signal that you have a robust identity and that you are not intimidated by hers. This involves shifting your mindset from a quest for her approval to a search for genuine compatibility. A conversation is not a performance designed to make her like you. It is a discovery process to determine if you are a true match. Real connection can only flourish between two authentic individuals. So, how is this accomplished without being abrasive? First, learn the art of respectful dissent. She states, "I think movie X is the greatest film of all time." The agreeable man responds, "Oh, absolutely." The authentic man says, "That's an interesting take. I can see why people love it. It just didn't quite resonate with me. I felt movie Y explored that same idea more effectively." Have you seen that one? You have acknowledged her perspective, presented your own, and initiated a genuine discussion. Second, use I statements and propose your interests. Instead of asking, "So what do you feel like doing this weekend?" Try, "I've been meaning to see the new exhibit at the City Gallery. Would you be interested in going with me on Saturday?" The first approach is passive and places the burden on her. The second is self-assured and offers her a window into your world. Third, be prepared to polarize. On occasion, your authentic self will not be a match for her. This is not a defeat. It is a filtration process. It prevents you from wasting your time and energy. Every no from someone who isn't right for you brings you one step closer to a resounding yes from someone who is. Section 3. Director of your own experience. Lead with purposeful action. With your mission as your anchor and authenticity as your guide, the third pillar is centered on your actions. It's about being the one who directs the course of events, not a passive character waiting for your lines. From a psychological standpoint, confident leadership is an incredibly attractive quality. The frequent error is what can be called passive hopefulness. The average man waits for things to happen. He uses ambiguous, weak phrases like, "We should get together sometime." That sentence is where attraction goes to perish. It is not a plan. It is a wish that signals indecision and a lack of initiative. The reality is that leadership communicates competence and self-assurance. When you lead, you are the captain of the vessel, confidently navigating toward an exciting port of call. When you're passive, you're merely a passenger asking, "What are we doing now?" One approach inspires a sense of adventure. The other breeds boredom. You are providing an experience and lifting the weight of decision-making from her, which in turn allows her to relax into her feminine energy. The mindset shift is from being a spectator to being the creator of the dating journey. You're not simply going on dates, you are orchestrating memorable moments. How do you embody this form of leadership? First, Employ decisive communication. Eliminate "we should hang out sometime" from your vocabulary. Replace it with "I'd like to take you out. Are you available Tuesday or Thursday night?" Instead of asking "where should we go?" Try "I know a great little tapas bar with fantastic live music that I think you'd enjoy. Let's go there Friday at 8 p.m." You initiated the idea. You led the interaction. Second, plan inventive dates. Other men are defaulting to dinner and a movie. Be different. Focus on activities that create positive emotions and shared memories. A picnic in the park, a scenic hike, visiting an arcade, taking a cooking class, or going to a comedy show. These types of activities build a genuine bond. Third, guide the physical intimacy with respect and confidence. This means you are the one who gently places a hand on the small of her back to guide her, who touches her forearm to emphasize a point during a shared laugh, and who initiates the first kiss. You must read her signals: the sustained eye contact, the laughter, her proximity to you, and then you act. She will respect the courage it took for you to make a move, far more than she will respect the hesitation of a man who was too afraid to try. Section 4. The language of inner confidence. Command your nonverbal communication. The words you speak are just a small part of the message you convey. The overwhelming majority of your communication is nonverbal. Before you have even spoken, she has already formed subconscious opinions based on your physical presence. The common error occurs when a man's words project one message, while his body language broadcasts the opposite. Your nonverbal signals are the soundtrack to your interaction. Your words can be a romantic monologue, but if the underlying music is anxious and uncertain, she will feel the anxiety, not the romance. A woman's intuition is keenly sensitive to this discordance, and she will invariably trust what your body communicates over what your mouth says. The fundamental truth is that your physical presence is a direct reflection of your internal reality. Genuine confidence is not a performance. It is an energy that you radiate. A secure man moves with a calm, measured economy of motion. He is unhurried. His nonverbal signals communicate that he is at ease in his own skin, which fosters a sense of safety and comfort in his presence. The mindset shift is to cease performing confidence and to start embodying it by building it from the inside out. Confidence is the natural outcome of honoring the commitments you make to yourself. It is constructed, one action at a time, through every act of self-discipline. Here are the practical methods for mastering your nonverbals. First, become a master of eye contact. When you are speaking to her, maintain solid yet relaxed eye contact. Do not engage in a staring contest, but also do not be the one who breaks eye contact first. When she is speaking, offer her your undivided attention. Second, manage your vocal tonality. Speak calmly from your diaphragm, using a measured pace and a slightly lower pitch. End your sentences with a downward inflection, which conveys authority. A man who is at ease with moments of silence is a man who is in control. Third, command your physical posture. Stand tall, with your shoulders back and your chest expanded. Refrain from fidgeting or closing yourself off by crossing your arms. When you sit, occupy space. Do not make yourself smaller. Your movements should be composed and intentional. Fourth, invest in your personal presentation. This is a fundamental sign of self-respect. Get a quality haircut. Wear clothes that are tailored to your body. Focus on your grooming. When you are aware that you look your best, you feel your best, and that confidence is transmitted to everyone around you. Section 5. The builder of emotional connection. Go beyond attraction to create resonance. This is the element that distinguishes the truly exceptional men. To become the one she commits to, you must move past surface-level attraction and forge a profound emotional bond. The typical mistake is to keep conversations confined to the superficial. Men discuss their jobs, their hobbies, or the latest TV series. They might generate laughter, but they fail to create a deeper resonance. Attempting to impress her is like sculpting a beautiful statue. It may be impressive to view, but it's cold to the touch, and you cannot build a life with it. Forging a real connection is like constructing a warm, inviting home. It may have its imperfections, but it is authentic, it feels safe, and it's a place she will want to inhabit. The foundational truth is that long-term relationships are built upon a bedrock of emotional intimacy. A woman may be attracted to many men, but she commits her heart to the man with whom she feels a true connection. This connection is forged when you can discuss dreams, vulnerabilities, and core values. It is about fostering an environment where she feels secure enough to be unguarded with you. The other men are trying to win her admiration. You will win her heart by connecting with her soul. The mindset shift is from being an interrogator to being an explorer. You are not simply posing questions to gather data. You are on a shared expedition to understand her internal world while inviting her to discover yours. Here is how you cultivate that resonance. First, ask more meaningful questions. Evolve beyond what and delve into why and how. What is your job? Is a surface-level question. What is the most rewarding aspect of that for you? And what's the biggest challenge? Is a question that goes deeper. Then, reciprocate by sharing your own experiences. Second, become a master of active listening. When she is speaking, your sole objective is to understand her. Put your phone out of sight. Rephrase what you hear to confirm your understanding. So, it sounds like you felt really undervalued in that situation because your efforts weren't being recognized. This will make her feel deeply seen and heard. Third, be open to sharing your own world. This is not about unloading your past traumas. It means strategically revealing authentic parts of yourself. Speak about a challenge you overcame, a lesson you learned, or a passion that animates you. When you offer a genuine piece of yourself, you grant her the implicit permission to do the same. Fourth, be a source of calm in her life. The world is often chaotic. If you can be the man with whom she feels emotionally secure, the man who remains steady when things get turbulent, you become an essential part of her life. You become her safe harbor in any storm. Section 6. Strategic Scarcity, the Influence of the Pullback. This final pillar is frequently the most misinterpreted. This is not about manipulative games. It is about applying the principle of scarcity, and it is the last component that can shift the balance from "he's a really nice guy" to "I cannot lose him." The common mistake is to be perpetually accessible. A guy overwhelms her with his availability. He sends good morning and good night texts. He responds to her messages within seconds. He becomes an on-demand source of validation. He believes he is demonstrating high interest. What she perceives is a man with no life of his own. Constant abundance diminishes perceived value, whereas scarcity enhances it. The foundational truth is that desire requires room to flourish. Desire is like a fire. If you smother it by standing too close, you extinguish the flame. You must provide it with space and oxygen to allow it to grow into a blaze. That space is what gives her feelings for you the chance to breathe, expand, and intensify. She is incapable of missing you if you are a constant presence. Your ability to be completely fine without her is, paradoxically, the very thing that makes her want to be with you. The mindset shift here is critical. You are not playing hard to get. You are hard to get. The former is a tactic. The latter is your reality. Because you have a mission, Pillar 1, and are directing your own life, Pillar 3, your time and attention are genuinely limited and valuable resources. You are not faking scarcity. You are living a life that inherently creates it. Here is the practical application. First, manage the rhythm of your communication. You are not required to respond instantly. Finish what you are doing, then reply. It is wise to roughly mirror her response patterns. If she takes several hours to get back to you, you should not be replying in 2 minutes. And never send a follow-up text if she hasn't replied to your last one. Second, allow her to initiate some of the time. After a few great dates, create a little distance and see if she closes the gap. A healthy dynamic is a two-way investment. She must also contribute. Your silence provides her with the opportunity to do so. Third, Preserve your own social life. Do not cancel plans with your friends just because she is suddenly free. If you have existing commitments and she asks to see you, the correct response is, "It's great to hear from you. I'm actually busy tonight, but I'd really like to see you. How does Sunday afternoon sound?" This demonstrates that you are a man with a full life who honors his commitments, and it will dramatically increase her respect for you. So, there you have it. The 6 pillars for becoming her definitive choice. This is not a collection of tricks. It is a complete re-engineering of your approach. It begins with an unshakable frame, establishing your purpose as your foundation. It's about confident authenticity, having the courage to be your true self. You must be the director of your own experience, leading with clear intention. You have to command your unspoken confidence, allowing your powerful presence to speak for you. You must become the builder of emotional connection, creating a bond that makes you indispensable. And finally, you have to understand strategic scarcity, knowing that your value increases when you are not constantly available. Most men are busy competing against one another for her validation, but the competition itself is a mirage. The very moment you withdraw from the race and begin constructing your own empire, an empire built on purpose, integrity, and self-respect, you exit the game entirely. You become the prize. You become the man she raves about to her friends. You become the one she chooses, not because you persuaded her, but because the thought of choosing anyone else became unimaginable. If this resonated with you, and you're ready to stop competing and start building, subscribe for more practical guidance on becoming the most formidable version of yourself. Leave a comment below identifying which of these 6 pillars you will begin implementing today. Now go and build your kingdom. The right woman will inevitably be drawn to the man on his throne.